me throwing the lasso to secure some profits today. Finally, a green day, a notable green day. Yes. Oh, and if you can't tell, guys, it's Wild West Wednesday here. I got the boots, I got the jeans, I got it all, and the hat, of course. Wild West Wednesday, I think that's actually why I made money today, is because I dressed like a cowboy. And, you know, going back to my old roots, kind of like a cowboy, you know, old-fashioned, older style. I think Matt made money today, too. I'm going to guess around like $1,000. I locked in $5,100. So together, we put up $6,100, give or take. I'm taking an estimate on Matt. He's currently in a meeting, and I've got a webinar to give right at close. So I am going to, wow, okay. We got a chart we'll be looking at in a second here. I got a webinar to give into close, though, so I'm just going to be doing this episode now. I really only have one trade to talk about today because it is basically the only thing. I did take a couple other small trades, small losses, small wins. There's that one ticker that made my day, and it was great because I used very manageable size, too, very reasonable size. I mean, had I lost, probably would have lost like $1,000. So really happy with how I traded today. And yeah, guys, that ticker today, we're going to pull up the chart here, is GROM, G-R-O-M. I actually had bigger plans for this until I found out it was yet another Twitter pump. The same guy who was pumping CEI, which obviously, if you saw Matt's small cap recap video yesterday, it led to some disaster. And the fact that he just instantly started pumping GROM the day after kind of had me a little worried, like, okay, you know, are people going to be losing trust in him? And I didn't want to hold it for this big, massive move, especially because the ones he's been, you know, pumping up haven't been these like one-day movers. They've been slower ones. So anyways, GROM, let's look at this daily chart real quick. Basically, we had this big spike a couple days ago after following Palt and DATS. And then it's just been consolidating. I've talked about this ticker a few times over the past few small cap recaps. So it's been on my watch because of that former run. And I'm going to dig into the trend real quick that I liked here. 15-day, 1 minute. So I took two main trades on it today. The first being right out of the gates as we kind of broke out of this trend line right here, nearly perfectly out of the gates. We had some micro consolidation. And I ended up taking 5,000 shares through 330. And then another 2,500 shares through I think it was 353. And then started selling up into the 390s, my best sell being in the 420. Continued to run to nearly $6. Dumped back down under VWAP, but then we had this support down here. I did take a long attempt right here. And unfortunately, I cut it for break even, more or less. But then what was really important, so it was hovering around VWAP. As you can see, we had this dip down under VWAP, back under VWAP, I should say, below this dip here, and then instant recovery. That's normally one of the first things I look for a potential squeeze. And there was a lot of shorting going on in here. Someone was slamming the bid pretty hard. So I knew that if it got back near or above that price, good chance we could have a pretty nice squeeze. So I took another 5,000 shares right here at 462, selling up into the 480s for a little bit of it, playing it as a scalp. And then I was going to try to hold the rest for a breakout, but it was at this time that I found out it was being pumped. So I had some sells in up here at 560, and then the rest of it down here at 530. So very happy with that trade, very happy with those trades. Man, this is looking really nice once again. But again, I'm having a hard time. I don't think I'd want to buy it again. Probably very realistically could go through high a day. It scares me a bit at this point. I'm happy with how I traded it. I don't see as much of an edge there anymore. I don't want a stock that has nearly $1 worth of range. That's the only low I could be risking off of right now. Maybe a scalp up in here, but for me, I'm pretty happy with how I traded it, and I know we killed it in small cap rockets there, and we also made sure to I made sure to not only alert that trade, but I went through a really in-depth lesson, I guess you could say, as to why this trade worked, again, before the pump. Just how to spot shorts being stuck in a stock, where they're from. We're going to keep the headset off. And I think there was a lot of really, really valuable information today in Small Cap Rockets about volume, about short, like how to spot ideally or most likely where shorts are stuck from and how that can impact a stock in the coming days. Again, this is definitely one of the better intraday runners we've had in a while. A lot of them have had very little follow through. This had massive follow through. And again, it was because there were shorts stuck on a multi-day time frame. So yeah, really, really great day. Really happy with how I was trading, the size I was using, the lack of trades I took today. I only took a couple others beside this, and small wins, small losses, kept each loss to about $250, $300, and the wins were a couple $100. So other than GROM, of course. Yeah, and I think GROM was the only trade Matt took as well. He took it down in this area in the 450s. Really nice trade by both of us. I'm happy, as I've said about 20 times. And that's going to be all I have for today, I think. Like I said, I've got to go get ready for this webinar, and I'm going to keep this short and sweet for you guys. Andrew, what do the folks have to do if they're listening to this video right now? Or watching it, I mean, watching.
Yeah, guys, just like, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions for Matt and Bryce. And yeah.
Sweet. You know what to do. Click that like button. Click the comment box and write out your comment. And then go click that subscribe button, guys. We'll be back here. What day? Is today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. Yeah, okay. We'll be back here tomorrow for Thursday. Man, that's how I'm at right now, though. And last thing I'll say, too, you know, as of now, I'm treating this day as a one-off. This isn't like, oh, the momentum's back. This is a one-off day so far. It needs to keep proving itself, keep proving that these moves can sustain, that follow-through will stay around before I size up. I don't think that's the case yet, especially after CEI, but crypto's heating up too, so we definitely have some potential momentum coming in the near future here. So keeping fingers crossed, and if that's the case, I cannot wait to start using some bigger size, going for those bigger days, going for those bigger plays. That rhymed. Call me Dr. Seuss in a cowboy hat. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. Trader Bryce, I will see you back here tomorrow on Thursday's Small Cap Recap. Howdy out. We hope you guys enjoyed that last video. Thanks so much for watching and being a part of the Stocks Trade community. We wouldn't be here without you guys. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but we can't do it without your help. So if you enjoy what we're putting out and want to hear more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video.